Hi, I'm Robyn Hitchcock. I'm a folk singer from England, and tonight I'm guest hosting you on 120 Minutes, which is what you're watching on MTV.
The future. Good morning. Good to the good. 120 minutes.
Hello, 15 seconds later, it's still Robyn Hitchcock here. I haven't got Andy and Morris with me, but then neither do you, probably. Tonight, what you will have are videos from Belly, Ministry, Therapy, all ending in Y, Sugar without an I, VV, an ultra-vivid scene, plus brand new ones being videos from King Missile, or King Missile, Fastbacks, Mercury Rev, and 4 non-blondes, which presumably means 4 non-blondes as opposed to 4 videos by people who haven't got blonde hair. Although, of course, they might have had blonde hair and now be going grey. You never know. And as if that wasn't enough, we have got 3 world premiere videos tonight. The one from us, which you'll see later, and some more, but I don't know what they are yet. Ah, I do. Black Gold from Soul Asylum used to be on A&M, and right here, a world premiere from one of my daughter's favourite bands of 9 months ago, although her boyfriend does come from Essex. This is for Maisie and Reg. It's Depeche Mode from their long-awaited album Songs of Faith and Devotion, and the song itself is called I Feel You. Here it is. From their debut album, Star, that's ex-Throwing Muse Tanya Donnelly and her new band Belly with Feed the Tree. Presumably they found the right orifice to feed it through. It's 120 minutes, that's to say it's during 120 minutes, but I'm not telling you which minute we're in. We're now coming up to a video from a band called King Missile, who are from New York, and they used to be alive, they still are. I'm actually in San Francisco. I heard them once in a place called For Heaven's Cake, and they sent me a tape of them later. They're managed by a friend of mine called John Fox, and this new song is called Detachable Penis, and it's going to be very interesting. Here it is. It's amazing what people will do for money, isn't it? Coming up, there is a brand new clip from a band called the Fastbacks, who I think are from Seattle, and also new tracks from Ministry and Therapy. Also, something else, but I can't remember what it is. This kind of thing is really frustrating. Oh yeah, it's our new video, which isn't like the one you've just seen, because we got to make it ourselves in my house, and we did the lighting ourselves, and ego. I think it's much better. Ah, right. Taking it on from here, a world premiere video from Soul Asylum. It's the second clip from their Grave Dancers Union. Well, that would mean presumably that Grave Dancers Union has been segmented in some way, but hopefully you can still buy it in an intact form and not simply with the bits cut out of it. And if you were watching MTV's inaugural ball last month, which means they must have been inaugurated, although I didn't know, I thought it was Clinton, they performed it, and it's called Black Gold, which is a contradiction in terms. But what isn't? From their debut album, Nurse, that's an Irish trio called Therapy. And in case you wonder how I managed to say that, I said it. You can say anything with words, folks. With their video, Nausea, Jean-Paul Sartre wrote a book called Nausea once, but sadly he never made a video of it. Meanwhile, I'm still Robyn Hitchcock, and I'm going to be singing a bit later on this programme. Also, they're going to show our video, which I haven't actually seen yet, but I think it's really great. And I speak as one who isn't a big fan of video making. I really enjoyed making this video, and I'm in it. After the break, a brand new video from Fastbacks from Seattle. That's from Seattle, the Fastbacks. It's amazing what you'll do for even more money, isn't it? I don't write songs like that anymore, and neither do you. But meanwhile, I'm Robyn Hitchcock. Let's face it, once it's started, it takes a hell of a long time to wear off. And coming up now, a world premiere from me, Andy and Morris. I mean, not yet, but it will be. And the latest from Bob Mould's group, Sugar. But meanwhile, a real video from Seattle, a band called the Fastbacks, who apparently have been together since 1979. You think about the number of skin cells that you must have shed since then, and it's a wonder that you're you know, even in existence, not like a kind of pencil that's been sharpened backwards, if you see what I mean. He said, hopefully straggling out of a forest of ruined metaphors. And it's Sunday morning, Monday morning, hell, you can mention ruined metaphors. You know, I could even say the word, but I won't. And here's the Fastbacks. Their album is called Zucker, or Zucker, which means sugar in German. And here's their new video, Gone to the Moon, or Germany if you're lucky. From their debut album, Copper Blue, that's Sugar, that's Bob Mould's group, with If I Can't Change Your Mind. Coming up fairly soon is me singing, and also a video of Andy and Morris and myself, half of which was made in the back garden of my house in the Isle of Wight, and the rest of which was made in my house in the Isle of Wight, as indeed was our new album. But meanwhile, a look at the top 10 albums on so-called alternative radio this week. What did I do without Cynthia? Same as you lot. That was something or other, and coming up soon is going to be me doing a couple of songs here, as live as you can get. And also, we're going to show Driving Aloud, which is our first single off the new album, and this was shot in my back garden in the summer, or at least the stuff that looks like it was. And the rest of it was shot in the kitchen. It's basically, some of it was in the bedroom and some of it was in the living room. It's basically a road movie in your own home. It's like driving indoors. And it's called Driving Aloud because it's somebody imagining that they're a radio set which is constantly being randomly retuned, and so they keep singing along to different songs, none of which they understand. I'm sure you can identify with that. Here's the video. It was directed by Tony Moon and co-directed by me. Tony and I made Balloon Man, Raymond Chandler Evening, and all the great alternative classics from the mid-80s, a decade which you may or may not remember. It was kind of after the Bell Stars, I guess, between the Bell Stars and Ministry, if that pinpoints it for you in any way. Dear friends, and here it is, Driving Aloud.
Into the future. Good morning. Good into the good. 120 minutes.
Hey, it's the second hour of MTV's 120 minutes, so that means I guess it's 60 minutes to go. It must be 1 o'clock in the morning, and if you're awake, you're still awake. In the next hour, there'll be me singing some songs and brand new videos from Mercury Rev and 4 Non-Blondes. Also, we've got the latest from the Pooh Sticks, Thither, Sloan, 9 Inch Nails and Blind Melon, no relation to Blind Lemon Jefferson or Blind Jefferson. And hell, I know Jefferson can see. I can see him, he can see me. We don't have to be naked, we're men together. It's amazing when you think about it, how many innocent-looking bones are lurking underneath all these mounds of flesh. Talking of flesh, here's Kurt Ralska's Ultra Vivid Scene. The third Ultra Vivid Scene album is called Rev, and they'll be hopefully heading out, not coming out, I don't know, they'll be heading out of wherever it is they're in sometime in the spring, and I suppose so will we, but I don't suppose we're in the same thing. Meanwhile, here's their latest video, Blood and Thunder. That was the Pooh Sticks from Wales, their major label debut album. Hope that doesn't finish them off. It's called Million Seller, and the song you heard there was The World Is Turning On. On MTV at the moment is 120 minutes, which is in fact the program you're watching now. I'm Robyn Hitchcock, and this is a song I wrote called The Arms of Love. It used to be called The Arms of God, but it's called The Arms of Love. Maybe tonight you're aching for someone you're dreaming of.
until the dawn is breaking into the arms of love. Maybe tonight you're crying like a poor wounded dove. Tomorrow you'll be flying into the arms of love. Maybe tonight you're falling for someone you don't know enough. Tell me you'll soon be crawling into the arms of love. Into the arms of love. Maybe your sky's fading. Maybe your moon is rough. Through all the dirt you're waiting into the arms of love. Into the arms of love. Into the arms of love. Into the arms of love.
That was fun. Actually, the suit I wore in that film, the dry cleaners burned down, and so we were going to make Balloon Man 2. We had De Niro and Schwarzenegger and Jack Nicholson lined up to play the parts of the rubber gloves, but we couldn't come through because the suit was burned, and they offered to have a new one made, but the guys had commitments, and bingo, I was back in the alternative wasteland. I heard Madonna saying saying the same thing only the other night. But meanwhile, coming up we have the latest from The and Sloane, not the other way around by the way, plus a brand new one from 4 non-wounded blondes. I mean non-blondes, not wounded either. 4 non-wounded non-blondes, that's 4 non-blondes. Meanwhile, 4 for the price of 1, a brand new video from a New York outfit. That's a band, not a suit of clothes, called Mercury Rev. The gimmick here is that they left one track on their album, something like I guess, 88 CD tracks beyond the end of the previous 8 or 9. So if you sit around for 4 hours after the album stopped, you suddenly get this one last song, which is what they're going to play now, and it's called Car Wash Hair, and it's not by Nine Inch Nails. From their first album, Smeared, that's a group from Halifax in Nova Scotia called Sloan, and Underwhelmed, right here on 120 Minutes. I'm still Robyn Hitchcock, and we're going to have something from Nine Inch Nails and Blind Melon coming up, and also a new one from Four Non-Blondes. There's going to be a break, there always is, face it, life is like a bone, it gets dry and then it snaps, but hopefully the dog don't go away with it. Because the dog has got its feet encased in 4 little cubes of lead, buddy. I'll be playing another song from our brand new album, Respect, as 120 Minutes continues, and who knows, if you're lucky, it'll just start all over again when it's finished.
Those were the days. It cost 200 quid. I remember Dave Kendall ringing me up about that. I mean, you wouldn't get him calling you now, would you? I'm still Robyn Hitchcock. Dave was a Taurus, but I was a Pisces, and I'm still here. Hey. The latest from Nine Inch Nails is coming up soon. That's Trent Reznor. And Blind Melon, plus a brand new one from Four Non-Blondes, which I will introduce later in the programme by saying some things about it. Now I'm going to play another song off the new album, which is called Respect. This song is called the Yip Song, and it's about blind ascent to a pointless operation. I think it's something we can all relate to.
This old man, he was flesh. They wheeled him in upon a trolley. Virulin, virulin. Draw a window on his skin now. Virulin, virulin. This old man, he was next, blindfolded to face the volley. Virulin, virulin. Love will come of all our sins, painted on my tail fin now. Virulin, virulin. This old man persevered in his mind. He lay with Molly. Virulin, virulin. Cleanse us with your healing grin. Septicemia always wins now. Virulin, virulin. Come a high, come a low. Blood is precious, yes or no. I believe in surgery, and that's a fact. I believe in making it easy. I believe in surgery, but I never act. I believe in making it easy. Easy, 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 easy. This old man, he was gone, and I was sorry. Virulin, virulin. Down I spiral, down I spin. Forces, sweetheart, I'm your twin. Widow, strum your mandolin. Plant your freesias over him. Least his legs weren't made of tin. Now, virulin, virulin.
That was a long time ago, and who can blame it? Well, thanks for staying up with us tonight on 120 Minutes. I've been Robyn Hitchcock, you've been you, and now we're coming up for the last video, which is from a band from San Francisco called Four Non-Blondes. By the time you see this, I should actually have been there and come back, so maybe I'll even find them. They reputedly were going to have their first rehearsal on the day of the 1989 earthquake. And I remember calling Cynthia that day, and fortunately she was alive, as indeed she still is, and so am I. But we don't live there anymore. Meanwhile, Four Non-Blondes do, or whatever, but that's where they emanate from. I mean, if, you know, if they were a rose, they would come out of a buttonhole called San Francisco, and who can blame them? Meanwhile, it's called Bigger, Better, Faster, More, and here's the first video, which is called What's Up? That was Four Non-Blondes from San Francisco with What's Up, and that's it for 120 Minutes tonight. If you've got a comment or a suggestion, you can send it to 1515 Broadway, 24th floor, New York, New York 1036. But why? Meanwhile, I am still currently Robyn Hitchcock, and I've been introducing this evening. Next week there'll be somebody else, and they'll be bringing you, it'll come from San Francisco, where I will have been, but I won't have been Robyn Hitchcock, at least not as far as this programme is concerned. But you will have seen Ned's Atomic Dustbin, Jesus Jones, X, Primus, Goo Goo Dolls, Jellyfish, School of Fish, and John Wesley Harding Fish, plus X-Fish Replacements bassist Tommy the Fish Stinson will be here to tell us all about his brand new Fish and Pop. Meanwhile, Andy, Morris and I have a record out called Respect, which is coming out in a couple of weeks, and we'll be on the road, barring death, like we always are. I mean, it's just like the Statue of Liberty, only smaller. Bye.